Hello everyone and welcome to What Game Next. My name is Ryan and tonight I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to be opening some Rage CCG. This is a collectible card game from the mid-90s, produced by, actually not sure exactly which company produced it, but the rights were White Wolves, so it looks like Upper Deck produced it. So I'm going to open these two limited edition starter decks and see what we have there. And then I've got some booster boxes that I can open. And the goal is that I'm going to be doing a collaboration with another channel where we play Rage live on stream. And so in order to do that, I need some product to play with. So we're just going to start opening this stuff. I'm going to keep the starter decks kind of together for now because I don't know if they want to play with starters only first and then progress to something a little better. I love these rule books and stuff that come in these starter decks. So there's two main types of cards in the game. The cards kind of stick together after a long time. So there's combat cards and there's sept cards. So I'm going to separate those out. And there's these character cards. I'm not sure what the order is to where the rares are and stuff. So we have some more characters. And even more characters. So this one deck had 7 characters in it. And so, you know, these are limited edition because they have the little seal in the corner. Those are pretty cool. It looks like there's more sept cards than there are combat cards in the deck. Disarm, Bum Rush, Shield Mate, a Dodge. The art in this game is, it goes from like odd to really good. Like this. Broken Limb. Surprise Ally. That seems good. Glancing Blow, Overextended Attack, Swipe, Bite, and Stinging Wound. So those are all combat cards. So then in the sept cards, which are the majority of the cards you play during the game, you have things like equipment, enemies, which are things you attack to gain victory points. There's rites that you can perform. There's gifts that are like magic that Guru, which are the werewolves, can perform. There's moots, which are things that get voted on. Then there's just like regular actions. There's these events are pack totems. So I have one of those so far in here. Oh, here's a second one. Lots of gifts in here. There's an enemy. Moot. A right. Another piece of equipment. Another moot. Another pack totem. We have 3 pack totems so far. 4 pack totems. Here's an Actina one. Some more gifts. We have a half moon and a gibbous moon. So here's an ally, which is another card type. And another right. So there's only 2 creature or 2 enemies in this deck, which is 9 victory points. You can see the victory points are in the upper right. Same with the characters. They have victory points, or their renown is in the upper right. And so you're forced to, if you just play starter deck, it looks like you're forced to attack the other side in order to get enough victory points. I wish I knew which of these were the rares. This one character is 9 renown. And I'm not sure why this one is green when all the rest of them are not. Maybe they're the moon they fall under or something like that. Okay, so we'll put this one back in here. The packs that I open, I will not keep together because I'll use those to deck build at some point. So let's look at the second one we have here. So if anybody's watching this or watching this later on YouTube and they know, listen to this though. The cards sticking together. If anybody knows the order of these starters so that they know where the rares are, I'd appreciate that. Okay, so we have 3 characters here. And then we have equipment. And some gifts. And the order of the like flip-floppy of the cards in these are crazy. We have a Black Spiral Dancer enemy. That's cool. An ally. And a right. And then it gets into some combat cards. A combat event. Then we have some more characters. The characters in this are very cool because they're flip. They have art on both sides. Inbred disorder. Look at that. Oop. Gibbous Moon. See what else we got. Another pack totem. And then we get back to some more combat cards. Oh wow, here's another really high renown character. This one's a 10. With a really cool art. Another enemy, some rights. A moot. Umbral Escape, combat action. That's cool. All right, so again, I'm going to keep these decks together in case they want to play starter only when we play on stream. I should be able to figure out which ones are rares in the booster boxes. Again, these packs, booster boxes and stuff are from 1995, 96, somewhere around there. So they're actually in pretty good shape considering how old they are. So Umbra was the second set for Rage. Yeah, the original just Rage set was the first set, and then Umbra, and then Worm. And then there were two more after that, but they're a lot harder to get. I'm going to put that down there. So these packs, they're not stuck together. They include a card with like some additional rules modifications. Okay, let's flip these around so they're all in the right order. Okay. So we have an event called Stuck Sideways that like traps a character that's trying to step, which is kind of cool. From the physical realm to the spirit realm. We have a Cairn. A gift. Oh wow, that is a cool looking werewolf. There. See, redirected attack. Shaky Mac. This feels stuck together. So Shaky Mac is actually pretty cool looking as a werewolf. So you have some enemies. So these are spirits. So you fight them in the Umbra. Wildstone. And a moot. Okay. Really cool. Drop that down here. Oh, we got a foil. That's cool. Foils are pretty rare in these sets, from what I remember. So that's cool. All right, let's look at this foil. Summer Country. It's a realm. Wow. That is pretty neat foil. Like, neat looking. And it's like just the border that's foil. The art is not foil, which is kind of neat. We have a quest. So here we have a wolf whose primary form is their wolf form, where they were born in. And so then their Krynos is like a biker werewolf. Dr. Stephen Mindbender Garrison. who is stuck to something else. There we go. Okay, more spirits. There will probably be a lot of spirits in the Umbra set, would be my guess. Some enemies. So after I open these up, I'll probably do some deck building, maybe not on stream, just to kind of get an idea. Oh wow, these are upside down, backwards. All right. So the Cairn. Oh, this is an enemy. A 10 renown enemy. Oop, there we go. 8 rage, 10 gnosis, and 8 health. Wow. Oh, this one was backwards as well. We have a piece of equipment. We have some elementals. Another piece of equipment. And a moot. The art in this game is really, really good, I think. Some of it's a little out there. Okay, so we have a right, we have an action. We've seen this one before. It's like a Egyptian werewolf. Dr. Steven again. Some attacks. Doesn't seem to be like a ton of attacks in here. And enemies. I don't know what the pull rate on the foils is, but I've heard it's low in general. Keep doing that. Okay, we got a Cairn. Cassandra Shadow Watcher. Oh, we've seen her before. Some of these were in the base set starter decks. So that's an ally. So that one's backwards. Oop. Some more spirits. I'll need to figure out which of these are the rares at some point. Again, if anybody knows where in the pack the rare sits and the uncommons, that would be helpful. Ooh, a high gnosis piece of equipment. Seems good. Is this... It's not a foil. It's just really interesting looking. An enemy. Some more spirit enemies. Oop. That's interesting. It's the same card, the same named card, but it has a different effect. That's interesting. Huh. I wonder if they count towards whatever deck building requirements there are. Like, could you have both, multiple copies of both? Or do you have to choose one or the other? Some of these packs are a little rough to get open. The foiling on it. Oh, we got another foil. Legendary. So these are upside down. Upside down. Okay. So we have a big enemy, 17 renown or power victory points to kill this. That's crazy. Okay, here's our next foil here. Very interesting foil. That's really cool. Okay, that one's upside down. We have a pack totem. So this one is a metis. So they're like inbred where they were born in Krynos form. So they're the same on both sides. An ally, some events. Another one of these memory ribbons. I've seen that a couple times now. I'm thinking the first card is the rare. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. Wow. Okay. So we have another Cairn. Combat action. So we have Naomi. Wow. Powerful Krynos form. Runs without pack. Oh, this is his natural form. Yeah, looking at the tail end of the pack, it's definitely the beginning of the pack is where the rares are. I don't know if the first three are uncommon or something like that, but it's the first couple cards is where the rare and stuff is. We have a Korax. So Korax are in the world of darkness are were ravens. Yeah, so here's his were raven form, and then his human form. That's cool. All right. Then we have a Cairn. A pack totem. All right. Oh, this is that menace that we saw before. Or maybe a different one, but it looks like the same art. Some spirits. It's another different gauntlet flux. Or no, this is the same as one of the one that had the 2 in the pack. Let me know if you guys want me to zoom in more on these cards, because I can definitely do that. It's amazing how many of these, though, are like backwards, upside down. Okay. So I have another Cairn. Oop, we have Naomi again. We've had a couple of her. Dr. Steven. Adratosi. Lots of Guardian Spiders in the last slot of the pack. But yeah, if you guys want me to zoom in more on this. I think this one, yeah, let me play around with this for a second here. One more try here. Let's see. There we go. So let's do this. Let's do this. Try that. This dust is really, really pretty bad here. I don't know where my dust removal tool went here. All right. So let's see how this looks. So we'll go down here. All right. So I have 2 Cairns in this one. All right. Some equipment. Some spirits. More wild stones. Different enemy in the back. Right, we've seen this Cairn specifically before. Fireclaw, we've seen that. That's a new one. Oh, let me bring it down. Some spirits. Okay. So I have a Cairn, and then a bunch of cards that are upside down and backwards. Fairy Armor, that one's new. We have some cool art enemies there. So she's backwards. It's cool. Another Wildstone. Yeah, let me know if this is more zoomed in better. If this looks better, if I can even go further in if we need to. So we have another Nexus Crawler. This thing is very cool. Ooh. Wow, a little bit of movement is a lot when it's zoomed in that much. Another Cairn, another Naomi. A Childling. The Metis. Yeah, so the front has the symbol on it. The foil mark. World of Human. So another Cairn, a Right, good old Fireclaw here, making another appearance. I'm starting to see a lot of duplicates. I'm not sure how big this specific set was, the second set. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 150-ish cards. Okay, opening the Silver Window gift. We have another Night Master. We've seen that one before. Yep, we've seen that one. Born to Nature. There's a lot of dust in these packs. All right, another Cairn. All right. Sees Through Stars. It's the Egyptian looking guy. The +1 Gauntlet Flux. Wonder if there's a reason why you would ever use the +1s when you have the +2s. Man, the foiling on these packs is pretty strong. Okay, Cairn of the Painted Sands. Banishment by the Council. A very high renown moot, which means that you have to have a werewolf with that renown in order to bring that up at the moot. Pack Reprimand is another high renown moot. Another enemy. We've seen that one. Yeah, here's the -2 and the +1. Yeah, I really wonder why you would ever use the +1s and -1s. So we have an ally of a Stormcrow. That art on that is pretty good. Oop. Cairn of the Tri-Spiral. This one's new. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, it's another Metis. A quest. Another Memory Ribbon and another Guardian Spider. We've seen a bunch of those. So far I've gotten 2 foils out of this box, and there's 5 packs left. We have a Wright. We have another Cairn. Sandra again. Oh, the art on that is really cool. Okay, another quest. I know there's a couple ultra rares in the set. I'm not sure what they are. Another Cairn. A Mage. The Menace that we've seen. Three gifts at the end here. I'm seeing a lot of duplication in layout. Like if the last card is a certain card, then the cards before it are likely the same as well. Okay, we have another Cairn. The cards in this game are really thick. So we need to flip these. A quest. A Kinfolk ally. Deep Journey. So I have 2 more packs in this box. If anybody's watching this now or later on YouTube, and you see any cards that are like good cards, please point it out in the chat or in the comments. So we have another equipment. We have that Were Raven again, who's really cool looking. We have another Cassandra, who we've seen a bunch of times. Right. I really like this format where they have the like full art on the left-hand side and then the card text on the right. It's really cool looking. They did a lot of really interesting things in... Sorry, my chat logged out. They did a lot of really interesting things with layout in this game, like way before a lot of other games did. Oh, I guess the internet on my tablet that I use to monitor chat like disconnected. Turn that off and turn it back on. Let's see. In the meantime, I do have Twitch chat up on another computer, so normally I don't, because I'm playing on Discord, and so I can't watch it and my opponent. So Umbral Wave, Childling. Come on. There we go. So I have the Shaman, a Frost Spirit. Man, that art is really good. Oop. That art is really, really good. That's box one. I'm going to go ahead and open the second box because that went pretty quick. There we go. My tablet just logged back into the internet. But yeah, that first box went really quick. I'm not entirely sure how good like a deck will be, although I know the other streamer I'm going to be streaming with doesn't have a ton of cards either. So I don't know how good a deck will be with a lot of Umbra and like 2 first set starter decks. And maybe these worm packs I'm going to open too. These ones feel a little bit different. We have Laughs at Death. So much dust in the packs, little bits of paper and stuff. So we have Seeks the Truth. We've seen that one before. I'm going to start going pretty fast through these ones that we've already seen, unless I see something pretty new. Oh, there's our third Nexus Crawler. The Good Doctor. Cassandra. We've seen that. I don't think we've seen... Maybe we've seen one of these. These packs, for some reason, feel easier to rip open. Okay, we've seen this one. So far, I think we've seen all of these. Yeah. I really think the first one or second one, we've seen the Nexus Crawler in both the first two slots. I don't know if there's 2 rares in a pack. Does it say on the pack? 12 limited edition cards. You must have a Rage starter deck to play. I wonder why. Maybe just to have enough cards to play. Because you could probably construct a deck out of just booster cards. I wouldn't imagine why you wouldn't be able to. Except I haven't seen a ton of combat cards in these packs. We've seen Shaky. Let me make sure I move my arm down a little bit. This zoom in is... We've only seen like one of these. I think that's definitely a rare. Jennifer Moonwisen, we've seen a couple of that one. Deep Journey. Okay, we got a second Fairy Armor and a second Stormcrow. Rite of Binding, and they're all wrapped up. It's a little late for me. Right now it's 12:30. I normally don't stream anywhere near this late at night, but I kind of wanted to get these packs open. Ooh, another Fairy Armor. I want to get these packs open so that I could potentially start deck building and maybe talk to the other people and see when we might want to schedule something. I think this art is great. Do we have an illustrator there? Michelle Praler? I think is what it says. I'm not sure if we've seen this one. Some rights, some allies. And so far we've always seen the foil in the second slot. Scent of Distinction. And the majority of these, It's so hard when the packs are so haphazard, like upside down and stuff. Purity of Spirit. I'm not sure we've seen that one. Two Karens. Nadia. The Jackal Quest we've seen. We've seen this Reprimand. These are all commons, I think. Through the back here. Banishment by the Council. We've seen one of these. They're Cassandra. Yeah. Ooh, we got our first foil out of this box. That one's pretty cool. Ooh. Foil Realm. So we have another Nadia. Two more Cairns. All right. Another Naomi. Some elementals. Yeah, pretty standard stuff that we've seen a bunch of. This makes me think that for the most part, at least for commons and stuff, you can get pretty close to a playset of everything out of one or two boxes, which is nice. Oh, another foil. The Battleground. Actually really looking forward to playing Rage. I never really got to play it when it was, being produced. That'd be cool to try it, especially if we get a multiplayer game going, which I think we're going to be able to do. I'm not exactly sure when we will be doing the cross-stream event to play Rage, but I'm hoping it'll be like next week or the week after. That one's upside down. Upside down. Okay, Kinfolk Shaman. Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of cards in this set because we've seen the same commons over and over and over again, unless the collation is just really that bad in this game, which I'm not sure. Okay, we got another one of the Korax. I kind of want to build a deck where the Korax is one of my characters. I think that's really cool that they included some of the other shifter types in the game. The Council for Universal Trade, Karen. Okay, backwards. Upside down. Quests, more of the same common stuff. So after I get through these few packs that I have left, I think there's like 6 maybe. I'm gonna open these worm packs. I'm not sure how much of it will be playable in my stuff, but that's cool. A Dream Speaker Mage ally that just has a ton of renown. More Dr. Steven. You can tell when they get stuck together because they get even thicker than they normally are. The finish on them is kind of glossy. Okay, so Karen, we have another of the Korax. So I'm starting to think maybe he's an uncommon instead of a rare. We have 4 packs left of Umbra. I do have like 4 or 5 more boxes of this in the closet, but I don't see any reason to open it with as many duplicates as I'm getting. Glass Elemental. Some more of these same ones. Hi, Diner Discussions Pod. How are you doing? Have you played any Rage? Man, like making sure these are in the right order in the packs. They really failed at that quality control when they were building these, putting these packs together. Do you play CCGs much at all, Diner? This is, if you don't know anything about Rage, it is a collectible card game produced by Upper Deck by White Wolf from 1995, 1996. It's got these cool flip cards. For the werewolves. What I'm opening right now is from Umbra, which is the second set that was produced for this game out of 5. Official. There's a bunch of unofficial sets for it too. Oh, we have another Night Master. Let's see, they have some more spirits. All right, so that finishes off the second box. So now what I have is, these are packs, loose packs that I got from the third set. And they have so much dust inside the packs. Yeah, I play a lot of board games. I actually spent most of today playing board games with friends. I plan to do some more solo board games on the stream, but I do stream a lot of collectible card games and living card game type stuff. So these packs have 2 little rule inserts in here. And so these ones are, so the Bane weapons and equipment and stuff in here are for running worm packs instead of normal Gaia werewolf packs. Gushy goose. That art is crazy. Yeah, finding people to play with, especially when the games are not the most common games. Some of the fringe stuff can be really hard to find people to play. Oh, yep. Interesting. The reason I'm cracking these is because I have another stream that is also doing Rage stuff right now. And I'm going to build a deck, and hopefully we're going to play against each other on stream, which will be cool. A high school athlete victim. The finish on the cards is really interesting. It's super glossy. You can tell a little bit, there you go, from like the shine. They're very glossy and they're pretty thick compared to most game cards. They're definitely unusual for like standard card game stuff. Compare them to like something like a Flesh and Blood card that are pretty thin and flexible and definitely not glossy like these are. They almost feel waxy. Hunts at Midnight. Well, these are all upside down. An honest senator. Not a lot of those running around, I have a feeling. Oh, that one has some really neat art in it. An ass whooping lynch mob. Yeah, actually, I played some board games today. I played one called The Captain is Dead, which was a lot of fun. We played that with I think 8 people. It was the first time we were learning it, and so that was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, the artwork is super different from card to card. Like here's a jack o' lantern. Um, and then we also played a brand new one that I just got called Cascadia by AEG, and that one was a lot of fun. And it has a solo mode, so I'm thinking about playing that one on. Oh wow! Oop. So I'm thinking about playing that one on stream. A cannibal slug. Oh, that's a vampire. That's cool. I think. Yeah, this third set definitely has. That's crazy. Definitely has different art than the first two sets. Yeah, I just played Cascadia for the first time tonight. It was a lot of fun. We played that with 4 people. War Knife of Benning Simon. Parks. I don't think I've seen Parks. Is that who makes that game? Oh, looks like my internet's being a little flaky there. Curb Stomp. It's definitely got some risky art in here. Unlucky Loon. Oh, we have another Black Spiral Dancer there. Yeah, I haven't heard of Parks. Unless that's part of the a longer name. Maybe I have heard of it. Ooh, we got a foil. That's cool. These foils are definitely different than the ones from the other set. Just the border is foiled, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I've heard Quacks is a really good game. That's one I don't own. I own a lot of games. I have a big game room in the other room that has a whole wall full of games. Keymaster games. Okay, I will look into that one. A bus full of people. Ragnar the Terror. Oh yeah, he's definitely something. Yeah, I've played a couple other games the other night. I played Hansa for the first time. Hansa Teutonica, I think is what it's called. That game was a lot of fun to learn. Oh, we have a chainsaw. Snickers. Toga Party. Yeah, we've seen that one. Old One Eye. So you mostly play gateway games because you have kids and live in an area where people only play Monopoly, but occasionally I get to break out the heavier stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. There's definitely pockets of people who are into heavier stuff where it can be hard to um, get people into gaming with some of the heavier games. I know, like for instance, tonight, one of my friends, his fiance is not really into super heavy games. She's slowly been getting into gaming with us, and so we tried Cascadia with her, um, and she really liked that one. So I think that one is a good like compromise game. It does sound like innuendo, and it probably is, knowing like the adult level of these cards. Um, but yeah, I found that Cascadia was really good. She enjoyed that one. Um, I've also one I like a lot lately is 10 by AEG. I don't think you can buy that one yet in the store. Maybe in the next week or two, but it's a pretty light push your luck card game that's a lot of fun. It's cool. A Were Spider. But yeah, 10 I've liked a lot. Is a gateway game. We've played Space Base. Space Base is a lot of fun. Anybody who's basically played Yahtzee can play Space Base for the most part. It's a little bit more complicated. Little Petey. I'm lucky. My wife enjoys board games. She doesn't enjoy some of the super heavy ones like Star Trek Ascendancy and stuff like that, like the big epic multi-hour games. But she does enjoy some of the lighter stuff. She really liked Cascadia 2. Some of the games that she likes are like Ascension, um, Aeon's End. She likes King of Tokyo, which is a fun one to play with kids as well. Newspaper vendor. Family pet. That's terrible. Yeah, we've really enjoyed Space Base a lot. I also got, for my birthday recently, I was given Grim Forest. That one is pretty mechanic light, family friendly for the most part, and a pretty easy play. Yep, these are all upside down. I mean, you never know. She might you might find a game that she enjoys at some point. I know not all games are for everyone. So a lot of times there's a lot of trial and error to see what kind of stuff people like. I really do feel like, though, that there's a game for everyone. Or in my case, 100 games. Friends in high places. There you are. Okay. Games you've been playing a lot lately are Marvel Splendor, Marvel United, Takenko, and Downforce. I haven't played Downforce or Takenko, but I do own Marvel United, and I own regular Splendor, and I've played the Marvel version. I like Splendor a lot. I think it's a good gateway game. Yeah, I can definitely understand wanting to turn your brain off after a long day of work. Um, my wife's a teacher, so she is sometimes like that. That's why I feel like light, kind of push your luck games like King of Tokyo are good for that kind of stuff. You're just kind of rolling dice, taking what you think's best, and it doesn't really matter. It's just fun. But getting back to your other comment, yeah, Marvel United I've liked. It's kind of like a kind of in between game. It's not super heavy, but there is quite a bit of strategy there if you really want to get into it. And some of the harder bosses can take quite a bit. But overall, I think it's a fun game. I full pledged that one, and I also pledged for the new X-Men one, but not for everything because I really just I don't get the game to the table enough. One of the games that's really that I've been itching more than a werewolf fighting a mailman. Um, One of the games that I've really enjoyed and kind of itched to um, play a lot recently is Nemesis. I really like that game a lot. Oh, I almost bought the Dark Edition of King of Tokyo because we play it enough that having a fancy edition is kind of appealing. Yeah, Nemesis is a lot of fun. Renegade Werewolf Hunter. Yeah, that's definitely. There's a lot of games that I kind of enjoy in that space. That's kind of like not super light, but um, getting into a little bit heavier mechanics so that people can get more familiar with those kinds of things. I also like the tiny games, like Tiny Epic Galaxies is one of my favorite. But I think that's a lot of people like that game. Red Hot Baby Powder. A playground full of kids. Neighborhood Watch Group. Interesting. Wow, so many games that you're naming I haven't played. Um, so I haven't played Western Legends. I've heard a lot about it. Silver Bullet I have not played at all, or Empires of the North. Sheepy Time, on the other hand, I got to play at the AEG house, and that one was a lot of fun. And I will probably be picking it up at some time here in the future. That one is a nice, fun little push your luck game. Savage Fury. Yeah, Sheepy Time was a lot of fun. That one is also an AEG game. Kills the Weak. Mr. Iguana. So I have like 5 packs left here. Wow, that one has some art. After I get through these 5 packs, I'm probably going to call it a night. Is it 5 packs left? One. Yeah, this one plus 4 more. Corporate takeover. Yeah, I can definitely understand putting some kind of a rule into how many times you need to play games before you can just buy some more. I do also have a game buying problem. I've tried running, what do people call them? Like 10 by 10s, where you pick 10 games and you try to play them 10 times through the course of a year. It's kind of like a goal. I have slowed down on my game buying recently. There's just not enough time in the day. The General. I think. Oh wow, that's like a bug that looks like a little kid. I think I have enough cards here to run a Black Spiral deck if I wanted to. Yeah, I try to, especially coming into this year, I bought quite a bit of stuff in 2020, just due to being home a lot. And so I've kind of tried to slow that down a lot. Wow, Rage 12 combat action. Every day is Halloween. Okay, those are all upside down. piece of equipment. Yeah, I definitely need to have a few games in Shrink that you need to play. Back to the Future, Back in Time, Agricola, Star Trek Panic, Unstable Unicorns, Bang the Dice Game, Quirkle, and Catan 3D. That Catan 3D looked so nice, but I couldn't justify it. We just don't play Catan enough. But I do have a friend that I think would love to have that game. I haven't played Star Trek Panic, but I have played Castle Panic. Unstable Unicorns, I've played. That one's a lot of fun. Yeah, I have quite a few games still in Shrink as well. Probably more than I'd like to admit that I have. Although I've spent some time here recently trying to get through playing all those, at least once. Chirox the Unfeeling. Survival Nut. These ones are all upside down. Yeah, I've been working on trying to get the zoom in view here where I have it set up in the middle. Oh, if you want it in a giveaway, yeah, that makes total sense. But yeah, I think it's like a $250 game, so I definitely didn't feel like I needed to buy that one. I've been meaning to get some of my friends together so that we could play Star Trek Catan, which I've had for a while, and I've only played, I think, twice. Septum Crushed. The flavor text on that card. Got your nose. These cards are terrible. Yeah, I like Catan a lot. I think it's better with some of the expansions. So like Knights and Cities and Seafarers, I think add a lot to the game. Having the pressure of the barbarians coming to, blow up your cities and stuff adds a lot to the game, I think. And with Knights and Cities, the being able to upgrade your cities to have special abilities, I think is really cool. And having the additional resources. So you get like sub resources off the main ones that you use to upgrade different special abilities, and I think it really helps the flow of the game. So I'm gonna come back here. Maybe. Apparently I'm not. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that was a double box opening of Umbra, and I opened 2 starter decks, limited edition starter decks, and then I opened about the equivalent of a box of loose packs of Worm set. So I'm going to talk with the other stream, see when they have availability for us to play some games. Yeah, it would. The Star Trek Catan is pretty cool. You're establishing like outposts and stuff in systems across space and things like that. So it's not really like the standard Catan. And you're like, the resources are a little bit different, and they have different maps. So there's like a map pack you can buy that swaps out the map to be different. So yeah, when I get in touch with the other people, I will schedule some time for us to play Rage, and we're going to try that out, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I want to thank you for watching. I stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST for Flesh and Blood. Wednesday, I stream 6 p.m. PST for Ashes Reborn. And then every once in a while, I stream other stuff like this, just at random times that's not part of my schedule. So thanks for keeping me company, and see you next time.